So you bought a K1, or you're thinking of buying a K1, or you just like to look inside a K1, this is a pretty good time to do it. So I just got a K1 in the mail. This is serial number 3235. Thought I'd tell you what is in it and how you can tell what you got. So I took it apart. There are 4 screws in the case. Open that up, and then you'll see a stack. So the bottom board will be your band module. In this case, this is a 2-band module set up for 20 and 40. It mounts on these 3 sets of, I think there are 10 pins. Looks like there are 3 sets of 8 pins. So those go into the main board. Excuse me. Excuse me. And then there's a small screw with a split washer that'll hold that down. That goes right there. And this is a Rev D board, in case you're looking. And then the automatic tuner is called a KAT1. This one has I think a revision number 110, and the board itself says Rev C, copyright 2000, so that was only 23 years ago. And you can see it has it's like a 10 pin and a 3-pin connector. I put a little bit of tape around these screws to hold these standoffs on so they wouldn't slide off when I stick it back on top. Those will go through 2 holes in the band module to hold that on, at the same time that you magically line up the pins on the connectors. So if all things go well, you can then tighten up those 2 screws and you've done the right thing. Well, that's not down all the way yet. Okay, I think that looks better. And I tighten up those 2 screws. And that gets me back in business. And then the case, like I said, has 4 screws. But before we do that, we'll power it up and make sure that that works. And I also wanted to check and see that this model should have a backlight, but I'm not sure if it does. So we're going to check that. Guess I'd better put a screw in so I don't wreck that. Sorry about that. I'll put 1 screw in just to keep it from flying off. There we go. All right, with it powered up, we're going to hit edit. Oh, pardon me, we'll hit menu first. And then we'll see if there's something using the word per minute buttons that says, I think LED is only for these 2 LEDs. We can try that. So we'll hit edit, and there's on and off. Let's see, that's with here again. So that's on and off. And with those on, if I hit RIT, yeah, that turns on the RIT light. Or if I hold it, it turns on XIT, which should be red. And then if I turn on the attenuator, that's the other one. Yeah, that turns on. So that's the LED, but apparently this one doesn't have the backlight. So doesn't seem to be an option in the menu to get to anything other than LED. So I don't see, nope. So that's what we got. So that's a 2-band 2040 with the tuner and a 3D printed stand, which will stand it up and let it sit a bit off the table. So overall, a pretty good purchase. I'm gonna get on the air with it. I did work 1 station last night on 40, so I know it works. So things are going pretty well here. Thanks for watching.